Assalamu alaikum, guys. So today my wife is making her famous Middle Eastern kapsi rice. People far and wide specifically ask for this dish from her. It is an amazing dish if you're into rice, Middle Eastern style rice. So you just melt some ghee in a pot. This is homemade ghee, but you can use store-bought, that's fine. She adds one finely chopped onion to the ghee. So after the onions have been sweating for a little bit, you add one finely chopped green capsicum and one finely chopped red capsicum, and you let them sweat for a bit. Then you add one finely grated carrot, and you add a pinch of salt so it can speed the sweating process. Then you cover it. After a couple of minutes of sweating, you just add the finely chopped red ripe tomato to the mixture. Then you let it sweat for a couple of minutes. And now she's preparing the Dakous, which is the red complementary side dish, a sauce, to eat it next to the kapsi rice. So you melt maybe a decent sized tablespoon of ghee to the pan. So now she adds a whole head of finely chopped garlic, and you just sweat it for a little bit. Make sure you don't overburn it. Just when you start smelling the fragrance of the garlic, you stop. So she's making 4 cups of rice. So all these ingredients are for 4 cups of rice. So if you're making half the cups, 2 cups, then half the ingredients. So okay, literally maybe less than a minute of sweating. You add 1.5 tablespoon of 1 heaped tablespoon of tomato paste, and you cook it and mix it together. For how long? Until it cooks in. So after a couple of minutes of cooking the paste, you add 2 cans of chopped tomato, and you add maybe half a cup of water. A pinch or maybe 2 pinches of salt. You add a teaspoon of sugar. Always when you're using tomato paste, you always add sugar to balance the acidity. Teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, and add chili powder to taste. If you like it hot, you add a lot. If you don't like it, then reduce the amount. You mix it all in, and you let it cook for around 20 minutes on low heat. So after 20 minutes of cooking the sauce, you just blend it with a stick blender to make it smooth. After approximately 10 minutes of cooking, you add a handful of dried raisins or sultanas, one heaped tablespoon of kabsi mixed spices, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric for color. And now you add the rice. Which rice is that, Jasmine? Or basmati rice?
You wash and soak for 20 minutes.
Washed and soaked for 20 minutes. How many cups is that? That's 4 cups of rice. And a pinch of salt. And you mix it all in, make sure it's all incorporated. Looks good enough to eat already. Okay, so the chicken is just simmering away. Basically, she washed it, put it in a pot, covered it with water, and she put some aromatics with it, like bay leaves, dried lemon, star anise, cardamom, cinnamon stick,
dried lemon,
dried lemon. Yep, I said it. Yep.
1 carrot and onion.
1 carrot and 1 whole onion, just to give it some flavors and to give it a nice aroma. And just cook it until it's well cooked, depending on the size of the chicken. Okay, so you use the chicken broth to cover the rice, to cook the rice into. So this is the chicken simmering away. So basically she washed the chicken, then she lightly fried it with some ghee just to brown up the skin, and then she placed it in a pot, filled it up with water, and added some aromatics to it, like bay leaves, cinnamon stick, dried lemon, star anise, cloves,
and
cardamom, a whole onion, and a whole carrot. And you just cook it, depending on how big the chicken is, 20 minutes, half an hour. It shouldn't take too long. So when the chicken is cooked, you remove it from its pot and you put it in a oven or a air fryer. We're doing it in an air fryer at the moment because the oven is out of action for the meantime. Just for a little short time, just to crisp it up. Just crisp up the skin. And now for the chicken spice rub, you add 1 teaspoon of ghee and just a tiny bit of vegetable oil. You melt them together. Then you add 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of capsi spices. You can get that from your Middle Eastern grocery shop. And 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of white pepper, and salt to taste. Roughly, I would say it's about 1 teaspoon so far of salt. And you mix it all together well. That's it. And then you brush it or you massage it on top of the chicken. So then you use the spice rub that we prepared earlier, and you brush it all over the chicken. Just give it a tan. And then just start baking it for a little while to crisp it up. Time to plate. And this is how the chicken looks after a few minutes crisping up in the oven or the air fryer. And we garnish it with some nuts whatever nuts you have, almond, cashews, just slightly cooked in butter to crisp it up a bit, and you just garnish it on top. And voila, this is how it looks like on the dining table. So you have the actual kapsi rice, the Dakous red spicy sauce as a side, some natural Greek yogurt to cool things down, and some fries, of course. Looks absolutely delicious. And it is. It doesn't just look it, it actually is delicious. You must try it. Absolutely must try it. And this is how we eat it, guys. It absolutely falls off the bone. You can see it just falls off the bone. So you got the chicken, the crispy skin, a bit of yogurt, a bit of the Dakous chili sauce, the rice, just like that. I can't wait. Bismillah. Absolute heaven. Please try this dish. Not normal. Not normal. If you like what you see, please share, like, subscribe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.